May we all see the grapes of wrath? Well, certainly this type of grapes. It's from Low Country Titan, Edmund's Oast, South Carolina Titan, I guess, really. And it's sour Concord grape, big old purple grapes on the side. I'm curious to see if the beer's quite that color too. So, what do we say we find out together right after the theme song? Welcome back into the Midland studio as per usual with your host Nutmeg 2 Palmetto. We're staying a little coastal theme this week. We were up in the PD region last time with West Coast IPA from Tidal Creek. Now we're going down to Low Country, down to Charleston, Edmund's Oast Brewing Company. It's a fruited sour. Fruit sour is your thing. Work your way on down to the comments afterwards. The first one pinned has a link to a playlist of all the fruited sours I've reviewed in the past, and there's quite a bit, so that'll take a little while to work through. Save it for a rainy day. This one is Sour Concord Grape. I do like the sound of that. It was canned on February 9th. I did get this earlier this year. It's the second week of July, so I was holding it a little while, but sour and it's kept nice and cold, so I'm not super concerned. It is a 5.5 ABV. That is also confirmed on the back of the can. Stuff on the can, there's a big bio on Untapped, so we'll go over the can first. On the front, of course, they just write their name and then a gigantic grape logo. Apologize for the sweat on the can from the humidity outside today in mid-July in South Carolina. And on the back of the can, of course, one of Edmund's staple logos, the skull hop head, and he's sitting on top of a little planet or something like that. Brewed and canned by Edmund's Oast Brewing Company with their address. American Sour Ale brewed with grapes. So nothing else going on too much on the can. On Untapped, quite a bit of check-ins. 7,786 unique, 6,914 unique, of which 6,211 are ranked. So a little bit of people going back to the well. Pretty respectable global average, 3.86. Our series of fruited American Sour Ales come from a love of fresh fruit flavors combined with mouth-watering acidity. We take the same golden sour base beer and re-ferment it with different fruit combinations. That is not the first time I've heard of that. So just to expand on that a little bit, Edmund's Oast uses the same base that they use for all their sours, and then they just kind of use that as the base for all their variants, and then add in variant different adjuncts to increase the flavors. So there is usually kind of a steady theme to Edmund's Oast sours, and they do tend to be a little more on the acidic or pucker side. So let's see if this one's just that. I mean, grapes do tend to be a little sweeter, so let's see how that juxtaposes and not wasting more time. I don't think it's too highly fruited, so not gonna worry about shaking it too much. Sorry, Alan, no shake cam. I will give you a shaklook though. Just looking at the foam on the top of the rim, I already know that color is everything I wanted it to be. Look at that. Gosh, it looks just like grape jelly. Liquid grape jelly, and I can smell it already. Oh yeah, that color is wonderful. The head, oh good, the head built back up. Because I was pretty impressed for the head being as thick as it was for a sour. And it obviously went down quite a bit, or went down fairly quickly. But as you can see, it is that kind of like deep purple reddish color. The head does have kind of a pinkish hue to it. It was really going to be a bit of a mystery to me and I was hoping I'd be pleasantly surprised, which I am, because the most recent pictures on Untappd are all in the can, or someone just taking a picture of the can, or the can next to their food, or the can on the counter, or just in front of a Nalgene bottle. I'm just like, why would you not like these amateurs on Untappd? Why just take a picture of the can? Come on. Anyway, I digress. Aroma, I did get a whiff of it outside. It did smell very, very good. Now, it does have a bit of that traditional classic Edmund's Oast sour aroma. Kind of like very acidic, kind of puckery, general sour aroma. However, there is a sweeter note. Does smell a little bit like grape jelly. So, I mean, aroma so far stacking right up to the theme of the beer. So let's find out what the flavor does too, and dive right in. Edmund's Oast sour, right? Let's talk about it. This one's hard to judge. I'm not disappointed because it does taste good, and I'm not disappointed because although it's very thin, the grape flavor is there. The Concord grape jelly is absolutely there. It's right there. It's on point. So I'm not disappointed like that, but I'm disappointed because just of the way they do their sours, it's always the same base. They always generally taste the same. They have the same type of mouthfeel, the same general sensation, and that's a lot of what I get with this. I mean, at least it's for a reason. They use the same base beer every time. They just add the adjuncts. So I get it. There's a reason for it. In general, I do like Edmund's Oast sours. It's just the fact that they're not different. You know, that every single one of them generally tastes the same, and if it's got peach in it, you'll pick up a little bit of peach. If it's got grape in it, you'll pick up a little bit of grape. If it's got guava in it, you'll pick up a little bit of guava. You know, it's always generally the same flavor, just with this little extra pink. Like I said, I'm not upset because it's what I expected. I'm not upset because it does taste like what they're selling. It just, the base beer now, the next couple sips I get more and more grape and less of that base sour. So it is getting better as I go along. But it still does have that same general flavor that they all have, and that's fine. I like it, but it doesn't necessarily set themselves apart from other sours on the market or in the area. I mean, New Groove sours tend to taste a little bit different, and snafu sours tend to taste a little bit different. So there's a lot of sours out there just in the South Carolina market, let alone anywhere else, that they kind of do vary a bit beer to beer, and theirs really don't, and they're still good. They're good beers, but it's kind of like, okay, same beer with a little extra, And anyway, it is a good beer. I do recommend it. And if you liked what I said about this sour, remember, hit that playlist down below. Work through all the other ones I reviewed in the past. And stop by Edmund Oast. They do have a very cool tap room in Charleston. Cheers, folks. See you next time.